We was talking some good game yesterday, so let me rehash. Last night, I had a dude from Jordan, Jordanian dude. He came in my Twitch, and it's crazy because you would think because they're it's Arabic culture, it's Muslim culture over there. It's that region of the world is called the Muslim world. It's where Muslim culture is the standard, right? We know how Muslims operate, right? From whatever familiarity we have or studies we've done, etc., about them and whatever. So nigga, he like, yeah, them broads is over there running wild in Jordan. I said, damn, y'all niggas letting them all run wild? He said, man, they westernized. They very westernized. I'm very surprised to hear that, right? I was very surprised to hear that they westernized over there. You know, when he was talking about, how he was asking me, what do you do when you get attached emotionally to the wrong kind of woman, He said, Georgians are Christians. It's them Dagestan that are Muslim. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about, I didn't say Georgia, I said Jordanian. From Jordan, the country next to Israel. Jordan, Jordanian. So, we start spinning off. We start spinning off into that. Because we've all been there. Whoever seen Bad Santa, right? You remember Bad Santa? And they were like, damn, Santa, like, you supposed to be fat. What happened? And he said, I love the woman that wasn't clean. Billy Bob Thornton is Bad Santa. Epic, legendary. We all know that. Let's be for real, right? We all know that. So look, what happened? Is Christians there too? Who that? Tell you what's the deal. That's probably why the westernization has crept up in over there. I told him have his family arrange him a marriage with about 2-3 good, decent Muslimas. He gonna be all right. You see what I'm saying? Bad Santa, that nigga said, I love the woman that wasn't clean. And then the kid, Herman Thurman Merman. Hold on, what's the nigga name? Fat kid name. Bad Santa. Thurman Merman, that's the nigga name, right? So then Thurman Merman goes, was it Mrs. Santa? And he goes, no, it was her sister, right? So then later, when Billy Bob Thornton, Bad Santa, bring the girlfriend, the kid only call her Mrs. Santa's sister, right? Okay, cool, hilarious. Anyway, Deontay, what's the deal, cuz? So look, what I was talking about? He loved the woman that's not clean, right? So, bro asked me, like, what do you do when you get attachment to the wrong kind of woman? Well, there's really nothing you can do. You're in too deep now. Okay? And like Bad Santa, you love a woman who wasn't clean. Right? It happens. It's happened to pretty much all of us. Right? I need to be on the internet talking, running their mouth. Let's just be honest. We all have been there. And that burning ring of fire, and it burns. Yeah. Come on, man. We know that classic, Darius. We know the classic. Let me tell you a game I ran today, right? I'm going to tell you a play I ran. I ran a play today, right? We believe in this, right? In the book, it said, thou shalt not what? Steal. That's one of the thou shalt not. There's a young lady who some time ago left a cup. I don't know if it's a Stanley cup, what kind of cup. This is like a girly cup at my home, right? She left it at my home. And it's been sitting here. My daughter keeps seeing it and she keep asking me for it. She's like, well, she left it. Like she ain't came back to get it. Can I have it? That would be stealing, right? So I didn't do it. So today I ran a play. I knew it was going to happen like this, and it happened. Praise the Lord. Let's get to 7,000 likes. So I hit the girl, and I'm like, damn, you never go come get your cup? And she's like, oh, I forgot all about damn cup. And I'm like, yeah, well, you need to hurry up and get it because my daughter keeps asking for it. I knew when I said that, she was going to say, oh, well, she can have it. I knew she was going to say that. I fucking knew it. Right? Yeah, Elijah, hear me. I knew she was going to say that, right? There you go. She said it. Are you sure you don't got it? Okay, good, great. Hell no. So yeah, so boom, we finessed the cup. So when I get my daughter tomorrow, she's gonna be very happy to see she's got her cup. Praise the Lord. Back to it though. He's like, man, what do you do when you get attached to the wrong kind of woman? It's really nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do. You've messed up. You've made a mistake. Now you have to go through some semblance of heartbreak and all that to finally begin to detach. It's very difficult, you know. The best thing you can do is be what? Be proactive. Well, how does one get proactive about something like that? Well, it's very simple. You encounter women, you make assessments of their character, and then you categorize them appropriately. And you don't categorize ones who you get emotionally attached to, who are the wrong kind of women predicated upon your initial assessment. You know, but sometimes you have some who can be very, you know, convincing, very deceptive, and can do their best to appear like they are on a different level or they're a different caliber or a different type and kind of woman than they actually truly are at their essence and core. Right? Let's make this clear. Too real. See, too real. If too real's in here, she's going to ask the right questions. Oh, Jesus Christ, she's going to ask the right questions. Right? You got to get in tune as human beings. I don't know how this works for women, but I'm sure it works a similar way, and it's something that I've had to learn that I haven't been able to quantify in times past that I can't currently quantify, which are frequencies, vibration. People are like, oh, the vibes, it's the vibe, the vibes. Well, vibe, right? What happens to the broad you before? I probably spent 80K on her, right? Let's not get that 40, please. I spent 80 on her. I probably spent $250,000 on the other one though, right? What happened to her? I don't know. Ask her, you know? We're on to bigger and better things in life, right? So listen, you know, Big Cheese Day Pocket War. Oh, an easy 80, fool. Come on. You saying 80, see, but the thing is, you know, I do my thing, my brother. You know, I'm blessed. You know, so that's just, that wasn't even, great. Now you good right now for Big Cheese. It's good. Hey, Kills, how you feeling? You doing well? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good week. Right? So listen, what I was saying something. Her though, that one, what's the brother name? Telltale, right? Tell. That one, that's one who comes in deceptively, gives a facade that she is a different type of woman than she actually is. You see what I'm saying? These things, they happen. So Too Real, that's where I was at. Too Real, who's going to always ask the most amazing questions and get tremendous answers from me, asked, well, what is the assessment process like? And this shit goes back to vibrations. It's all vibrational. And you have to be able to be primarily in tune with yourself to pick up on vibrations. Everybody talks about the vibes. Oh, it's the vibe, the vibe, the vibe, the vibe. Well, the vibe is just a shortened form of vibration. So people, they vibrate. When you're vibing, you guys are emitting signals and they're vibrating together, and now you guys are on the same vibing. You guys are emitting signals and they're vibrating together, and now you guys are on the same frequency. You're elevating to different frequencies as a tandem, right? As a tandem. That's how things work. So now what happens is this. People omit. Now that I can quantify, because I've always seen it, known it, felt it, but I was never able to quantify what it is I'm talking about. And that's the slut vibration. See that? Slut, whore, etc. That vibration. You gotta be able to feel that being omitted from a young lady very early on in interacting with her. You absolutely, positively have to. You have to, right? And if you do that, you will automatically know what category to place the young lady in, right? She said, why do men obsess over women who did them the worst way? Well, that's hard to say. I don't really know. I don't really know, because I don't do that. So, I would surmise, if I could think about my boyfriend that was a cheater and he's obsessed. A lot of men love whores, right? A lot of men love whores. And take this from me, who's loved plenty of whores, right? In my time. Or a few. Just is what it is. Too real. I gotta keep it 2 real. I gotta keep it 3 real, right? No. Any man that says he hates 304s, he's a liar. Okay? Listen, this is the reality. You hate them, but you love them. Because your anger and your hatred makes you want to go and, hate F them. You understand what I'm saying? It makes you want to just do despicable things to them because you know how despicable of a person that they are. But if you as a man cannot disconnect your emotions from that, sensual passion, if you can't compartmentalize those two things, you're going to end up emotionally connected to one of them. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even peep that. That's crazy. So certain guys be saying they hate that type. They really love the fuck out of that type. Truthfully. Right? So this is what happens too. What men will do is they will marry a girl that they consider boring, right? And then creep with girls who they consider the 304s, right? But they're having more fun with the hoes. You see what I'm saying? They really like the hoes better. So now they're spending more time, and it's a whole insane dynamic. It's a whole insane dynamic, right? You see what I'm saying? The human psychology is a mother. There's this battle that men have in the seat of their appetites, right? Their mind, their psyche, what's also called the soul, the nucleus between your spirit, and your flesh. You have this battle with societal standards, morality, and sensual pleasures. You have a battle, right? And you don't know which one to win. So usually you're looking at morality and societal norms to pick the woman in which that you are going to pour into, be committed to, lifetime, long-term, etc. But you still have the essential needs that oftentimes that woman, either you don't want to fulfill because it's going to make you look at her some type of way, you don't think she'd be willing to fulfill, or she in fact simply is not willing to fulfill. So then you still are going and searching for that. And this is why, things like OnlyFans became so popular. Not only because, of course, there are a considerable amount of individuals who we would consider incels in the world, right? What is an incel? Somebody who is involuntarily celibate, somebody who wants to engage in sexual activities, but they have no access to women who are willing to do that with them free of charge. So they are involuntary celibate. Appreciate you, Jordan. Right? You see that love on the side too? Yeah. Love Detroit. Anyway, they're involuntarily celibate. See what I'm saying? So because they're involuntarily celibate, they have to seek other means in order to. So because they're involuntarily celibate, they have to seek other means in order to exercise the pent up sexual energy that they have, right? So then they venture off into things like OnlyFans, right? And the thing about so prior to, people were into, of course, the adult industry. Where you can buy the shirt, urbangirl.com, URBN. You see on the shirt? URBN, GRLA.com, right? So anyway, what I was saying. So what happens is, they used to be looking at adult films. I hate when people say corn, because that just sounds trash to me, and I don't want to say the actual word. So we'll call it adult films. People used to be all off into adult films, the individuals like that, either incels or, the married man who would think it would be beneath the morals of the woman who they're involved with to participate in any form of, I don't know, slut type of activities, right? So these men would go in and exercise that through looking at adult films. But see, the problem with, and that's so problematic, and it's such a slippery slope, because we have something called escalation, right? It's something psychologically that comes with escalation when the consuming of adult films, right? You phone on Clubhouse 212. Okay, all praise. I ain't been on Clubhouse in so long. So they want to consume adult film, and then there's oftentimes individuals get escalated, right? You want to see more, your appetite grows more, you want to look at more, you want to get more extreme, you want to start living things out, all these various things that happens, right, with people. But then OnlyFans came out, right? So then when OnlyFans came out, you had these individuals, now they follow these different girls on social media, be it it's let's just say Instagram. Yeah, I'm gonna go get them back. I might go back tomorrow. We'll see. You follow different stuff like Instagram, right? And yeah, if y'all asking these questions, you see me ignoring them, you want me to pay attention to it, send a gift. Anyway, what I was saying, Instagram. So they follow these different young ladies on Instagram, and then these young ladies begin to have OnlyFans accounts, right? So now, these women who they've been, parasocially involved, they've been having some type of parasocial relationship, obsession, they following, they liking, whatever. Now they can go and see them in more intimate settings, right? Whatever content they put on OnlyFans, they clothes off, etc., right? So they're looking at that now. So what's happening is they're beginning the dopamine that the men who are consuming that are getting from that is so much better Well, Sarah or S Brown, I keep wanting to call you. I just feel like your name is Sarah. I don't know why. I could be right. I could be wrong. S Brown. I'm gonna get to that. That's a tremendous point. I'm gonna get to in a second. Right? Because I just watched a show called Beef, and they said something about that. Very, very, very interesting. Right? We'll get to it. So what happens is they get off into that and they appreciate the gift, Sister Tali, right? So what happens is that happens. So now, but they're disinterested in their wives, right? Because they don't pick a wife. There's a lot of men who have that disconnect where they don't know how to get a good balance of their sensual desires, their morality, and societal standards that they are, they care to meet for appearances purposes. They don't know how to find a medium there. You see what I'm saying? So that happens. So this is what happens. Sarah, she says, I feel like men can't tell the difference between adult films and real life. You're correct, right? Appreciate you, Tally. Look at that. Look at the cowboy hat, man. All right, cowboy chief. This is what happens. There's a saying, art imitates life and life imitates art, right? So what happens is simple. This is demonstrable and quantifiable even further than that, right? Look at the glass. I'm a cool guy. I'm a cool guy, right? So listen. What happens is this. People consume adult film like we was young. We were seeing this stuff. Especially those of us who are in our 30s now. We just came from out our 20s. We were kids looking at this stuff. We were in middle school, right? Even before that, but especially once middle school came around and there was advent and the internet, stuff like that, it just escalated with our access to what we were exposed to. So here I am, if I'm 14 years old and I'm consuming adult films, now when I'm in the high school and sexual encounters begin to become regular for me, I'm going to be trying to act out the things that I'm seeing on the adult film, right? That's what I'm going to do. Trying to act out the things that I'm seeing on the adult film, right? That's what I'm going to do naturally, because this is what I'm seeing. This is my what you call it? This is my dawa. Why would you lie? It's never happened. It's a spy cam. You see the lies. You see how much disregard for the laws of God that exists. It's crazy. So listen, what happens is, so now we don't know about, intercourse and intimacy. All we know about is what we've seen on TV and on adult film. That's all we know. So we're getting a hold of young ladies and they don't know anything either. Therefore, our first experiences are with each other, and we're these young adolescent teenagers, and the boys were looking at the adult films. So now, this is what we're doing. We're acting that out. So after all of us do that, now that becomes reality. That becomes reality for everybody. It's the same way rap. People look at these young people now and they go, oh my God, look at them. They all got guns. They don't care. They're shooting everywhere. They're shooting in broad day. They're killing. Right? But here's the cold part about that whole situation. Here's the cold part about that whole situation. It's the imagery and the music that's been fed to us this whole time. Since the 90s, the 2000s, we growing up, we kids, we listen to this stuff. We're seeing it depicted in music videos. We're seeing it depicted in television shows. We're seeing it depicted in movies. An exaggerated version of reality. Now look, then it fucking becomes, it was a dramatization the whole time. Now it becomes reality. You see that? Art imitates life, and life imitates art. You see that? Life imitates art, art imitates life. It's the same thing. Chill, you don't got to screen record it. I'm going to put this out on YouTube for sure. Well, yeah, S. Brown, because they're acting. They're acting, and that's a part of appreciate you, Darius. I'm the cowboy now, chief cowboy. Appreciate you, Darius. So listen, nigga, I'm telling you, cuz. I'm telling you, cuz, listen. No world proud of you. They're acting. So we're looking at this, and it's a dopamine thing for us as well. It's a dopamine thing, but it's very, very desensitizing, right? Very desensitizing. And it's not just desensitizing sexually, it's desensitizing totally. They say that consuming adult film actually makes people more prone to violence. I've done psychological tests on these things. So it's desensitizing in general. Very interesting, right? So I'm gonna do something just on the depths of it, the true spiritual depths of this, right? People, would you say the dopamine people get from it is the same as with the partner or not? Yeah, or similar, right? Ted Bundy said exactly. You know, Ted Bundy's from my hometown. My mother knows Ted Bundy's brother. He changed his name. Don't cause a lot of depression and self-esteem issues. Yeah, definitely. It's a horrible thing. Like, it is to society what like cigarettes. It's up there with cigarettes with how detrimental it's been for society. Has it made people rich? Yes. It's also destroyed so many people, right? It destroys people. So anything that's habit forming, you got to watch it. This is habit forming. The things are different for everybody. It's kind of subjective how to escape. Any addiction is subjective to the person. Subjective to the person. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely subjective to the person. Everybody's not the same. So it's not just one uniform answer. He said, I never understood Kanye starting a. He's the brother Ye is just, he's everywhere. He's battling because he speaks against it and he understands how truly evil it is. But then he falls back into it, right? He begins to lose the fight. Because there's probably nobody who's in his immediate circle who understands the depths of the evil of it and is looking to keep him on the straight and narrow. I doubt it highly, right? So listen. So these are the things that happen, right? So what you have to do, right? Macabre, man, don't mind Sakari business, brother. Mind your own business, right? So most people in the industry are being controlled, and it's just these people are utilizing, abusing narcotics, and it's a very evil thing. It's a very evil thing. I'm gonna just tell you now. It's a very deeply evil thing. I'm gonna just tell you now. It's a very deeply evil thing, right? And I know from experience, right? So what I was saying, but these things, they happen, And then, you know, so men are caught in this tug of war, this battle, right? And again, what I would say is an ideal woman would be somebody who could kind of, you know, stimulate you across the board, right? Stimulate you across the board. Not a woman who just only checks these boxes, and then now you have this void in other ways. And then when she checks things across the board, you could have just a healthy overall relationship instead of now going to unhealthy means to stimulate yourself, you know, in sensual and sexual ways. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what I was saying, because I've heard a million, like, all kind of things like, okay, well, this man, he suggested this to his wife, and then once his wife succumbed to it, he was disgusted with her. Well, wait a goddamn minute, sir. How can you be disgusted with her? What you asked her to do? You requested it. Now she feels like trash because all she was trying to do was please her husband. You see what I'm saying? So these things, they happen. So, you gotta have, you know, you gotta make sure shit is healthy, right? And that can be challenging sometimes, you know, but you have to be dedicated to that. You have to be dedicated to making sure the aspects of your relationship are healthy. The aspects of your desires are healthy. You have to. It's hard. Oh, it's hard.